Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging. Well, coming at you with thoughts of the day, we are going to get an old-fashioned Pennsylvania thunderstorm here any minute now. It's cool and refreshing on the porch. I'm bustling around the house, prepping for Judith Emville and his son might have to sleep in here tonight, and probably the daughter. And oh my lord, what used to be Spencer's room is hideous because we started to paint it and we never finished, and there's drop cloths everywhere. And oh my gosh, we're going to be getting rid of the carpet and all kinds of jazz, but there's a nice bed in there, so you know, I'm kind of getting things ready for that. Actually, I'm not really getting with you to tell you of my cleaning escapades. Why am I getting with you though? Oh dear. Now I've gone blank. I am getting really bad about this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I think it was about the 9/11 thing once again. I'm sorry to keep bringing this up, but I think it's important, I guess, for people to realize that whether you're a so-called truther that thinks that the buildings blew up or they had, what's it called, put in it, explosives arranged and all this stuff, or whether you go along the lines of Judy Wood, Dr. Judy Wood, with the dustification and how they, you know, buildings disappeared. The bottom line is, no matter what alternative theory you might accept, I think the most important thing to remember is it was not as the government presented it to be, and it was not as the news media presented it to be, which really means, if you think about it deeply, ladies and gentlemen, before you comment, before you go off calling me a tinfoil hat wearer or any of that jazz, I think it's very important to meditate on the fact that our foreign policy and our domestic policy is basically, well, not basically, it is based on a total fabrication. You know, this whole Patriot Act getting whipped in and all that jazz, and how that really punished the American people for something that somebody else did, or they said somebody else did, and whatever. Our liberties were taken away. We have to practically strip down naked to go to the airport, to get on a plane now. And, you know, all this stuff, the surveillance has been enhanced and all that. And these wars in other areas, on behalf of Israel, please look up the Greater Israel Project. Also look up, I always forget what this is called, so I've been writing it down. Project for a New American Century. Oh my goodness. What's his name? Wesley Clark. I think General Wesley Clark, is that right? I think that's his name, General Wesley Clark, if I'm not mistaken. Oh my gosh, I should be more accurate when I do this. He was interviewed, totally gave, you know, what the plan was about this. It was 7 countries in 5 years. The names will all sound familiar when you go check it out. Just please, since I'm forgetting people's names and stuff during this break from cleaning, Project for a New American Century needs to be looked at here on YouTube or under a Google search. Also, of course, once again, the Greater Israel Project. And it's so easy. If people would just look this stuff up, then you would see why we do what we do. Why are we doing this, you know, going into other countries and trying to make them destabilized and all that stuff. It's crystal clear. It's not confusing. And of course, it's hidden from us by the hidden hand, the 1%, the Illuminati, the whatever you want to call them, the mainstream media, the military-industrial complex, the whatever. So please, I'm begging you, ladies and gentlemen, to check those out. And keep in mind that everything we do is based on a fabrication about the true story of the 9/11 saga. And before people, you know, I've noticed people that call others tinfoil hat-wearing conspiracy theorists are generally ones that have not looked 1 minute into an alternative theory. They just believe the government. They believe the government. They believe the media. I don't understand that at all. But, you know, hey, people are coming around. I'm very grateful for that. Lounging with Lisa, the video series, has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day.